Hello everybody, welcome to iFreedomTV. Hello Peter.
Good afternoon everyone. Hi, I'm PSTOCK. I'm the host of iHipHopTV Talk Show Live here on iFreedomTV International Roku Network. Hey Dr. Richard, how's everything going? What busy week? Busy week as always.
Busy weeks.
Very busy. Very busy. So hey, I want to say what I was reading some things about the Thai monarchy. Okay.
Yes.
In France. So is it France that is Germany?
Germany is not France. Germany. Yes.
Germany. So what's going on with that? Viewers, let's let the viewers know.
Yeah, and what I heard and what we follow on the public news stated that the king of Thailand, King Rama X, and he left Thailand and for Germany on and off, and off. But lately, so he stayed there quite longer than normal. And what we learn is when the Germany passed some law, so it published, a couple days ago, that the it seems that Germany is not they are not happy what is the rules and the law of the
monarchy.
Yeah, of the monarchy. And after that, so they have to ask him to leave or something. And the further I learned is he left Germany and back to Thailand. Wow. That's all. So I did not know what's going on. Is what kind of law and what is some restriction or maybe something is enforced. I did not know. So everything is still on the news. The further that we learn from the some local press and some international, but few of international press publish about that.
Okay. Wow, so I guess Germany is not dealing with no monarchies right now, so maybe that's telling them something. But I know they're pushing for reforms in Thailand to change that. You know, it's too much for the people to handle with the Thai monarchy and their rules and laws. It's something that we got to keep an eye on and see what's going to happen in the future for Thai. What's going on in Laos? Now, China is still limiting the flow of the Mekong Delta. Is that correct?
Right now, so we learn from the local community in Laos and Thailand. They said that more water, flooding, when they flow the dam, the north and to the south. We know that this time is raining season, but when you flow the water down, it's more.
So it floods.
Yeah, right. More flood on that. And we learned that there are a storm, tropical storm from Vietnam, from the Pacific. And so it go through Vietnam and go to southern of Laos. We learned that 4 or 5 provinces in the southern of Laos get real flooded, and so we did not know much about that because they have to be careful when they publish, because last year so we learned that one lady got arrested from that. So but it's a very sad is when the people get problems, so they cannot publish, they cannot zero out and seeking help from the world. So it's very sad. Normally, if you get earthquake, you get flooded, you get a hurricane or something, normally you have to scream out or shout out to the world. But in Laos, nope, cannot. That's what. So we see 5 or 6 pictures from the national news published in there. So we did not know the local, but for my social media account, I just warn the people, okay, stay above like a low-lying area So you have to be alert and move to the higher ground for the safety. That's all we can tell. So we cannot tell, okay, this creek, this river is go up that high, this high, and put life on there. No, they don't have something like that. So if the water's coming, I mean, all the house, cattle, I mean, everything will be gone, right? So that's a very sad thing.
Very, very sad thing.
Yeah, I know. It's they're supposed to have like a weather channel. They're supposed to have like a live. If the government doesn't have money, they should have some kind of the community, or maybe some source of the information getting out to the world, or maybe to somebody that probably that they can help. Probably some organization, I mean, very close by to stand by, or maybe getting help or something. But it seems for this time, I mean, very few of news publishing it. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. So when you have floods like they do here, assistance is needed. There's people that are stranded.
Yeah.
It ruins their source of, outside of transportation and homes, their food supply, everything is flooded and ruined. So yeah, they need to get help in there. But like you said, last week we talked about it. The young woman was speaking up about it, and they disappeared her. They made her disappear. So you're stuck and with your hands tied and no government support.
Yes.
Which is a bad thing. And the people that want to help are limited because the government, again, is limited. So, that says a lot about the situation over there.
Here's Peter. So when the government talk on the news, or maybe on the what they call is mouthpiece of the government, when they say, help's always welcome.
Yes.
They always say like that. When the helps go over there, so get into to the government's pocket. Yeah. So it did not go reach the flood victims. So it go to somebody's pocket or somebody's house, somebody's storage.
Yes.
And it seems very, very sad. And because we have like half of democracy as Thailand, you may know that it's not a full 100%, but 50% of democracy. At least they are monarchy, but they still have election. Maybe we call half of democracy, but still they still have some kind of they still have some source of help to the community, to the neighbors, as Laos or maybe Cambodia or maybe Burmese or the community over there. If something that they really need it, Thailand can help some of that, but for this time it's very difficult for them to reach, because the government has to go, everything go through the government only. That's very hard part. Part, yes.
And that's what's happening. The government is taking the funds that are meant for the people. So the people that need the help, they're not getting it at all, And a lot of Americans here have experienced that with Katrina back in the day, where not everybody was getting help that needed help, or the help was slow to reach people.
Yeah.
So what's caused a lot of people, and that's what's going to happen in Laos. If those people don't get help, they won't have no choice but to relocate. If they won't be able to live there, but where can they relocate? They move away from resources, or they got to move into some of the urban cities settings, or some people even cross borders, to reestablish some sort of life, which is a sad situation over there.
Yeah.
And I urge our viewers to check it out and stay following. That region's very vital.
Yes.
To help keep China in check, and as well as, that's what the people and the resources and everything that are come out of that region that contributes to the world markets. That's big, with a lot of things. People talk about Vietnam and Thailand mostly. You don't hear too much about Laos, which is scary because that allows the government to act and work, and do what they want to do to people. So more people got to speak up on it, and more people got to keep that in mind, and make people aware of the situation. And it's still a communist situation. Now, Cambodia, who is a neighbor next door,
yes,
are they communists now still too? Or are they a strong dictator?
They are. They have the monarchy in there, but but they have divided from the monarchy rule and from the dictator. So we have, so we can say that that's a dictator, and they have the Chinese influencer in the Cambodia. Too. So very sad thing. Not only Laos, Vietnam, but in Cambodia also. And so we learned that some airport, let's say the Chinese want to build the airport for the economy zone or something, but instead that's for the military purpose or something like that. Hello.
Yeah, hi. Virago, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
Yes.
We're just covering over our international Lao news. We like to make people aware of the situation that we're going on here. A lot of people don't realize there are Lao citizens here in the United States, as well as Cambodia, Vietnam, Thai. But Lao was the one. It was John F. Kennedy that said years ago, we got to protect Lao. Lao was like the diamond of Asia. So. And there's a lot behind that, and a lot that meaningful with that statement that he made. He knew what was going on, and he knew what he had to do. Yes. So we just was covering that topic. We like to try to bring that part, to our viewers, and let our viewers know that there's a lot of oppression going on. Advice communists or rogue monarchies, as you call them. Monarchies over there that oppress the people. So, it's some of those things that we like to just make people aware of, and let them focus on that and lend a voice to those people as well. So, hey, Virago, it's always good to have you in on this Saturday. What's going on? How you been this week? Busy as well?
Just work, the usual, adult life.
Yeah, adult life, right. Hey, before I move on to something, and I want to know if you've seen it, but I do want to give a big shout out to Aladdin 19, Dark Diva, Mad Money Militia. Everything's happening, everything's moving, keeping things popping. Big shout out to Young NAZ on his new project, High Risk. We'll have coming out here shortly. And same with 2K Kent, Frank Stickham's Top Billing Entertainment, making moves, making it happen. So definitely a big shout out. But hey, what I wanted to talk about, have you seen any of the Jaguar Wright interviews or heard any of the info?
No.
Oh, girl, you're missing it. Jaguar Wright has come out and has been putting out a lot of information. And there's been people coming back. She put out information, about the Roots, Common, Talib Kweli, Tevin Campbell, and it's very deep and interesting, and it's something that is getting a lot of publicity right now. Jaguar. So are you from Jaguar Wright? For those that aren't familiar, is an MC vocalist out of Philadelphia. Okay, she came up with the Roots. She's the one, if you go back on YouTube and look at the Unplugged, back when MTV used to do the Unplugged, when Jay-Z done the Unplugged, she was the one doing all the background vocals. She was the one there singing and performing. So she had a promising career. What happened? We don't know.
Is she the one that is all is a?
Yep, on the Unplugged. I don't think she was on the recorded version. I'm not sure, but on the Unplugged, it was her. She did it all. She sang all the backgrounds to everything he sung on that thing, which was a big move for back then. Unplugged, which I would like to see it today, brought back. It was interesting. You really got to hear the artist and got to do it, and it's one of those situations. You hear me talk about the Black Lily, where which is from Manhattan, where she blew up at, in a sense, but also Philadelphia had the 5 spot, and upstairs at the 5 spot was called the Black Lily. Same situation. They had open mics. They have the Roots band playing. Depends on who was there, or what I used to call the B team, Roots B team. But Scott Storch and all of those, so many people come out of that movement. With the Roots. So it was big. So they hear a lot of the stuff to come out of there, and a lot of people were going to believe it, but we don't know. I look at the stuff and I listen at it, and I take it because I wasn't there. I was on the music scene there at that time. So and stuff happened. You hear horror stories about music business. I mean, so you might want to check it out because she puts out some information about Aaliyah. She puts out about what went down there. She called out Dame Dash. It was she was calling people out, and putting it out there. But you have to go and there's so many different interviews now. You got to find the ones that she got paid for and watch those because she's giving more information on it. So it's about money and publicity. But she was a great voice, great talent. She grew up in Philly International. The Philly music scene is big. It goes back. There's a lot of history. A lot of people don't realize that when Michael Jackson and Jackson 5 left Motown, they went to Philly International. Okay, that's where they went under Huff and Gamble. So that's where she was. So as a young adolescent, maybe 10, 11 years old, she got to work in the studio, and she got to see recordings. She got to see Phyllis Hyman record albums. She got to see and meet all these people and producers and everything. So that's interesting. So that history in Philly. And then you got Larry Gold's studio there. I was up in Larry Gold's studio in sessions with Maxwell and other people at the time. It was a big hub for recording. Touch of Jazz. But that was the thing too, that even Jaguar came at Erykah Badu and Jill Scott, so it was, that's what I said, you got to check it out. You got to look at some of these interviews, so it's funny, how that stuff works out. And I went to Temple with Jill Scott's ex-husband, so there's a lot of stuff, that she's putting out there that at that time, like I said, I was there, I was in the music scene. That's at the height when the neo soul was making its climb. Where all of a sudden, and she made a couple good points that back then, your body wasn't, for females, your body wasn't important. As the craft. Where now, it's all about the body and sex and everything that sells. So it's interesting. Listen, take it all, how you want to take it. Because we weren't there, so, but you hear these stories and these rumors, and a lot of people tend to go. Tell me, Virago, what was one of the, have you heard a rumor about someone that you think, you don't know? You hear something, you say, wow, that person? I don't know. Anybody you can imagine, you think about that with artists. Like R. Kelly, Jaguar said that he was the first corporate-sponsored pedophile.
Yeah, that was crazy. I honestly thought it would have been, no offense, Usher, because what he's singing about, I just did not see that in R. Kelly. I did not until I watched that show.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people went that way. When he came out, when R. Kelly broke, he came out with a group called Public Announcement. Did you know that it was Public Announcement featuring R. Kelly? And they had a couple, their first album was pretty big. It was pretty good. A lot of good music on it. And then he stepped off on his own. Public Announcement still does perform and travel and has Public Announcement. But R. Kelly was a separate entity from that. A lot of people didn't know it. But it's interesting to put out there what she said, Jaguar said this, She said if Aaliyah was still alive today, a lot of people wouldn't have jobs. So yeah, so that, you know, was kind of make you scratch your head, you know. But then some of the attacks, like on Black Thought, I guess, which I didn't hear, but I heard some of the rebuttals, like what Talib Kweli, you know, she came at him and he put it out there. You know, it's like one of those things. She said that he was sexually aggressive with her. He says she was sexually aggressive with him, you know, and he was young, 20 years old at the time. So, you know, it's ugly. It's ugly. There's a lot of stuff to come out of it. You know, we strive not to go down those lanes, but it is news. We tend to do hip hop, and we're not this in the hip hop. All music, you know, is welcome. We like to get involved with pop music, because music is all about. Hip hop is just the culture and the foundation that we love and that we want to bring to you. You know, and Virago right here, she's hip hop. You know, she does it. She does her thing in it. So, you know, but yeah, you want to check that out. See for yourself. It's interesting stuff, and especially the stuff that she was saying about Tevin Campbell. You remember Tevin Campbell? You know, the singer, great voice. Yeah. You know, he was young, and then he went to Paisley Park, and after he left Paisley Park, everything does, you know, you didn't hear from him anymore. You know, and then there was a couple incidents that she brought it out that he was. What was that, Brock?
Figuring himself out.
Yeah, that's what happened. That's what she's saying. You know, versus the information that we know that we know because we weren't there. You know, that's what I always say. When stuff happens, I wasn't there. I can't vouch for it or anything. So I don't know. I can, you know, I don't have nothing to do a spectator. You know, it's hard. You know, but yeah. So Tevin Campbell came out of Paisley Park, and you know, it wasn't good for him after that. To have such a bright future and a great voice, you know, whatever happened, you know, it's sad, but that's the business. But Jaguar, this might interest you. Before we get on to the first video, we got some great videos today. Jaguar did say for a female artist, you know, and I think she was referring to MCs mainly. She said there's a 12-year shelf life in the industry. You know, she had brought that out. She says because after that, because like I said, she was an MC, she can rap and she can sing, and she went to I think it was Kenny Gamble, and who was like her uncle, you know, and basically told her, you know, pick a lane, and she chose, you know, singing, you know. So I find that, you know, that was good because she had a great voice. And I had artists that did things with the Roots and recorded things. I had a female artist, MC, that was did some things and went to. I wasn't there. I was in New York at the time, but she was, you know, in the studio with Black Dot. I think Jaguar, she did something with her. So it's interesting. And then you hear about all this other stuff, you know, that come out of her mouth. And like I said, you know, wasn't there. I wasn't in that circle to know really what was going on. And that's what happens, you know. You wonder about those things. But yeah, so we're going to get into this. Interesting. Check it out, you know. It's going to, you'll see a lot, you know, especially as a female artist, you know, that's the C, you know, because I'm sure you heard, you got your reservations about certain things in the industry, or you've heard things and everything. You know, but she just made a good point. She says, wherever you go, make sure you have somebody you can trust with you. Do you agree with that? You know, you roll deep with your squad, or you make sure you have somebody. Yeah. Yeah. But you got to have somebody around you that you can trust. You know, right. It's one of those things. Yep. So we're going to get into the videos here too shortly. I do want to give a big shout out to Mr. Clarence Thompson and Gulf Coast Promotion. They're doing it big with the Hip Hop Showcase. Still in Mobile, Alabama last night. A lot of great performances. To YouTube, you know, we'll get some of those up there, and definitely JP Jones and Billy Stokes putting it together, and our man Lex Luger, over there, you know, with South State Connected, you know, doing their thing. A lot of stuff coming up. Big shout out to them and their big single coming through. But this time we got to go into this video. The first video is ASHTON, AHMIR, Moments. Nice, it's nice. Check this out. You're gonna like it. It's a great song, great video. And then we're gonna check out the new Mad Money Militia gear after that. So let's check this out.
It's okay, I know I'm fine. I'ma make these hoes retire. I stay up, I'm never tired. Ain't nowhere to go but hide. They like, is she from the A? I'm like, that's just why I stay. Go look up my family tree. Yeah, I come from Tennessee. Say la vie, bigger than what you see, bigger than what you see. Yeah, really don't wanna believe, niggas don't wanna believe. Yeah, that I'm that one. They should know that I'm that one. I don't do this shit for fun. I don't really think they want none. Yeah, 100 mil on a bid, price tag on a bitch. Never going out of busy, yeah. Now they call me a sellout. Okay, I'ma cash out. Watch me while I cash out. Show looking like this. What I got on my wrist. Why they all on my feet? Yeah. But what you talking about? I'ma get money in large amounts. Working too hard for this, but they ain't gon' let me get all of it. I've been waiting on the moments like this. Waiting on the moments like this. I've been waiting on the moments like this. Waiting on them, waiting on them. When I get the money, all I do is spend it. Throw it in her face. Why she get offended? Why she got offended? Yeah, hold up, wait a minute. I just wanna live it. Got a bossy kind of feeling. Yeah, I'm with it. Bigger than what you see. Bigger than what you see. Yeah. Niggas don't wanna believe. Really don't wanna believe. Yeah, that I'm that one. They should know that I'm that one. I don't do this shit for fun. I don't really think they want none. 100 mil on a bid, price tag on a bitch. Never going out of busy, yeah. Now they call me a sellout. Okay, I'ma cash out. Watch me while I cash out, yeah. Show looking like this. What I got on my wrist. Why they all on my feet, yeah. Fuck what you talking about. I'ma get money in large amounts. I'm working too hard for this, but they ain't gon' let me get all of it. I've been waiting on the moments like this. Waiting on the moments like this. I've been waiting on the moments like this. Waiting on them, waiting on them. Waited on this feeling, waited on this feeling. I know they want me on a hit list. They just wanna be a witness. Global got them on it, oh no. They didn't really get the memo. I ain't see you in a photo. You must been a no-show. Work hard cause I want it. Work hard cause I want it. Work hard, now I got it. Go girl, you're so on it. You want it, you want it. Girl, you want it, you want it. I've been waiting on the moments like this. Waiting on the moments like this. I've been waiting on the moments like this. Waiting on them, waiting on them.
Right, I'm PSTOCK, and we got VIRAGO. We're the host of iHipHopTV.com talk show here with Dr. Richard. We definitely just checked out ASHTON AHMIR, hot video. You know, that was up there, and that new Mad Money Militia gear. Got to get some. Definitely in the mix. But hey, Virago, anything going on happening this week that that got your attention? There's a lot going on. There's a whole bunch of I would say there's negative stuff. Now you remember the group Pretty Ricky?
Oh, what are you gonna tell me about Pretty Ricky? Yes, I do.
Okay.
Pleasure. Yes.
You remember Pretty Ricky? Okay. You remember the member Blue? You remember Blue?
I do.
Blue got busted in a $24 million paycheck protection scam.
Oh, that is fraud and federal. Dang.
$24 million in COVID paycheck protection scam. That is crazy. I guess we could say bye-bye, from here, bye-bye, But yeah, so, and he's not the first. There was an NFL player that also the same thing. But Pretty Ricky, whatever happened? They were doing good. They came out. They was hot. What happened?
Pleasure P wanted a solo career. He split up.
And how did that work out?
He did okay for a couple of years. And, fell off.
Fell off. Okay, so that's what. So I guess the rest of them turn their attention to paycheck protection. You gotta protect yourself. Hey, it's rough out there, And I mean, with that's the stuff I read so much, and hip hop isn't all negative. There's incidents that happen with artists. Look at Virago here. There's nothing negative, nothing. Everything's positive. Coming there from that camp. And what we try to do. But, there's a lot of stuff you run across, like the rapper Mr. Magnificent. He was shot in a home invasion, and then it goes live on IG.
Wow.
So it's crazy, So he was shot 3 times during the home invasion. And, and instead of calling 911, he hopped on Instagram.
You're kidding, right?
No, I'm not kidding.
The world we live in. Oh my goodness! Wow. Publicity over health.
Yeah, publicity over health, right? I'm bleeding. They got me, y'all. They got me. I'm magnificent. They got me. It's crazy, But yeah, I had the same reaction as you. What's going on? That you got shot 3 times. Better call 911 and get yourself to a hospital. Going on IG. Want to go out having people, your fans, watching you die on IG is not cool. It's not cool. It's not cool at all. It's interesting, But as anything happened, Oh, another thing you might remember this too. You remember the I think this happened maybe 2 years ago, but they're just now getting the court on this. Remember there was some scammers that posed as Rock Nation and Wu-Tang Clan, and for a show. Yeah. You don't remember that? Yeah. So now they're preparing for prison. They're going to jail for, it's crazy. And people, you remember a couple years ago, I remember we was doing something with Lil Wayne and them, and somebody was posing as Lil Wayne's manager and booking agent, and he was booking Wayne for shows that that weren't going to happen because he wasn't the real guy. He'd show up and book Wayne and collect money, I guess, and then roll off, and then there wouldn't be no show, and so I mean, so that stuff, you got to know who you're dealing with, for real. Right. You got to know who you're dealing with. And not to stay on top of the negative, but Gucci Mane's new artist, Pooh Shiesty, he's wanted for a shooting in Florida. So, I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. With all of the violence amongst ourselves, what's going on when we got systems of violence that are doing us in enough. So we gotta turn that energy around. We definitely got to turn that energy around. But all this stuff is great. I mean, it's not great. You know, it brings a negative light, and you got to watch your back on it. But you know, what can we say? What can we say, Virago? What can we do?
That's the media free. It's always going to be negative. That's how humans are wired. We love negativity.
Yeah. The more negative, the more we are inclined to participate, right? But we don't want to do the time, though. I mean, I'm not trying to go to jail for anybody. When I grew up, all the OGs told us jail was for suckers, and we kept that in our head. They told us jail's for suckers. If you go to jail, they don't want to be bothered with you. You know, they don't know if you're snitching, if you're you know, whatever's happening. So they don't want to deal with you at all. You know, so you go to jail, you're like a leper. You're like a leper. You know, oh boy, no way, we don't want to deal with you. Even though people who go to jail definitely deserve second chances and everything to get it right. But a lot of times it don't happen because there's no support or no systems out there to get them on the right track. And that's a part of the change that we got to make. That's a part of the protests and everything that's happening right now. Definitely got to stay on it. Hey, let's check out this next video. We have Mr. Delgado, the beginning of the end, and this featuring QWODIE and RHODES and GADO Smooth. So, and I've been talking, so we could see Mr. Delgado on the one-on-one, come on the one-on-one, have a conversation with us and talk about what's going on. He's local, actually, I think, where I'm at, so, but it's pretty good. But this is the beginning of the end. Then we're going to check out the newest Hood Idol. You know, this is the industry showcase that we've been promoting and telling people, you want to get down there, get in here. Last night, I do want to let people know that at Cowboys and Angels in Mobile, Alabama, we did have Def Jam representative in the house who was from, you know, they kind of surprised us, Bad Boy, from Bad Boy, you know, so Diddy got his agents out there. But let's check out Mr. Delgado, beginning of the end, and the Hood Idol. Right here, iHipHopTV.com.
They never gave me nothing in my life, and I'ma shine and ride every day while I get
mine. It's the beginning of the end. It's a wrap. Put the nail in the coffin. Josie Boy Records, True VNT. STF, Bad Seed, QWODIE.
Mask off like I'm Kane, I ain't worried about identity. These niggas rotten, truly take them out like a cavity. Something like my hip, I always keep my niggas next to me. Counting all this money, keep these bands like a symphony. I'm playing with the 9, call it Romo. Rhyme with a stick, bounce a nigga like a pogo. Man, these niggas clowns, might as well call these niggas bozo. Got your bitch riding more horses than a polo. O's like I'm Pogos, gas like Sunoco's. Mountains of that snow, and I ain't talk about the poker nose. Little nigga keep a stick with him like Pinocchio. Plus I be in and out of pussy like a camel toe. Gigi got a twin, not a boo. Who you think you can do? Whole lot of dirties loose, tie 'em up like some tennis shoes. Posted like the Kembe do, hard with the shot. It's about time I take my title, time is ticking like a clock.
The top spot in the bird, y'all niggas should honor me. Ain't no thug in your bones, leg shot out harmony. Bitch niggas I put on relate to that karma scene. Cannon or Uzi, lift your bird, see what drama bring. Low life thoroughbred, you one trick horse shit. Hoes tweak me while y'all spend on whores, bitch. Y'all whack, I ignore it how I stack something gorgeous. Get right as y'all should, that's facts, I'm important. My feelings been dead since my mother's absence. AI been the answer, you need fucking practice. These reluctant bastards mad, I got it mastered. Beat a fiend one time, shit, I sold them plastic, yo. I'm cooling on the throne, straight burning the deck slow. Olympic gold medal dangling off the Franco. Sir savoir faire already been next up. I stay on the hunt in hindsight, nigga catch up.
I'm about to leave Earth, fade back on you niggas. Like Thanos with the gauntlet, about to snap on you niggas. I'm in the back on my niggas, trying to count up the figures. Like Ricky Bobby, never come last to you niggas. I'm running faster than niggas, on my way to the bread. Call of Duty in the field when you come to the stead. Please believe me, we get greedy when it comes to the bread. Put the beat through a shredder the way I cut it in shreds. Hall of Fame in the game like I'm Marino. Test your luck, better buck like you in the casino. My killers eat like I'm Nino. Shizzy sting jalapeno. Why your shorty on Dino, we in ourselves like it's chemo. I beat the beat like I'm Tyson when I step in the booth. Just one look in my eyes, you can tell I'm the truth. These bars will never get old, I found a fountain of youth. I'm too hot, I'm at the top, I call my shots like I'm Ruth.
This for those in the dark about my shit. My bars stay lit like Friday nights on the Vegas Strip. Player shit, you ain't running with me. Ricky Williams smoking trees, I'm out of your league. See, I don't feel you like my limbs was prosthetic. Y'all bootleg hood niggas ain't authentic. In my blood it's embedded, y'all sweet like diabetics. Whole styles to cover up like cheap cosmetics. We want good boys. Fuck it, here we go, yo, the K split you like the Wildcat logo. And leave you dripping like Project 6. I heard your shit and your whole project stink. My crew ride with me, see it clear, got the vision. They gon' bubble after dawn like they doing dishes. Y'all too dismissive, this shit ain't no jokes. Like puffin' L's with roach clips, I want all smoke.
It's just
SSC Marketing Group presents the Hood Idol Tour Soundstage and Model Search. This soundstage is designed to help develop artists and grow their fan base in different areas. We also film for TV and stream live on social media. Special industry guests are always invited. Promotional prizes such as radio play, TV interviews, mixtape placement, video placement, marketing packages, and more are presented to our winners. This is also a great platform to promote your music or just perform for fun. For more information or to perform, text 601-526-8256. Once again, that's 601-526-8256. You can also email us at hoodidoltour@yahoo.com. Contact us today and join the Hood Idol Tour.
Back, yes.
We're back. You are watching iHipHopTV talk show live. I'm your host, PSTOCK, and VIRAGO is here, the host. And that was Mr. Delgado, beginning of the end. And the Hood Idol Award, Lex Luger, Clarence Thompson, and Gulf Coast Promotion. They're doing big things out there. And iHipHopTV is glad to be a part of it with the hip-hop showcases and the industry showcase coming up. It's big, you know, a lot of label participation, you know. Now, VIRAGO, if you was one artist and young and getting out on those type of showcases, the industry showcases, that there will be more than one industry executive there on hand. You know, how important are these showcases to be at the peak in your game?
Man, for independent artists, it's like you got to show them why they need you.
Yeah.
It's like the sport. Why do you need a team? What asset can I bring to the team? Like, that's your chance to show a record label or the person, executive, why they need you, why industry needs you. Like, I would like to be in showcase like that. That's an artist.
yeah, as the artist standpoint, yeah, that is big, and it is happening, and you definitely, you know, will get a chance. And I think the COVID is hurting things, but they are taking video submissions, you know, and everything else as well. You know, Lex and Clarence opened it up for that, so, which is cool. I think that's neat. You know, they are being safe, you know, with the COVID situation going on. So if you notice in Cowboys and Angels, you know, the performance area is pretty much cleared out. Everyone's spaced out, you know, and unfortunately they only allow in certain, you know, amount of crowd into the performance area, you know, but there's a totally, you know, separate area to the club that, you know, most of the other people are, you know, gathered waiting to get in there, and the industry execs, you know, have access to get in there, so you know, to watch the performances. So there has been a lot of performance going on. It's been successful. It's a run. Clarence Thompson, Gulf Coast Promotion is no amateur, you know, to this situation. You know, they've been breaking artists for years. You know, for years they've been doing it. And same with Lex Luger, you know, with South State Connected, Lit TV, you know, Hype Magazine, Connected Magazine, you know, so they're in, and that's all, you know, avenues that we, you know, we want to bring to the table for artists such as yourself and artists, you know, the independent artists, you know. We discussed about that. Me and Lex had a conversation the other day about the independent artists today and everything. There's no more labels to the rescue. Even though the industry showcase we're having, the winner does get a year distribution deal from a major, you know. So however that works out, you know, and the details, you know, that's a good shot, but you still got to bring something, some marketing, some advertising to back yourself with that, you know. I mean, as an independent artist, and we've talked about this with social media, Virago, the importance of social media platforms for independent artists. You know, it is, you know, let the viewers know, and these aspiring artists out there know, you know how important it is.
Promotion is everything. The more hands that your music or your videos get into, the more possible fans you got, the more people you got looking at you. Honestly, as an independent artist, also the biggest thing to be able to promote is save money. I know it's hard when you got to pay for videos and beats and producing, engineering, all that. But the biggest thing is promotion. Save money. Videos are important. You can have a hit song but no video and it won't go anywhere.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's key too. And with certain platforms like us, you know, the videos are key, you know, so we can push it, you know, so we can promote it and let viewers see that you have, you know, more, you know, there's artists, and then promote and let people know where to find your stuff, you know, is the key. And that's what we do here at iHipHopTV, as well as Gulf Coast Promotion, Lit TV, South State Connected. You know, everybody's, you know, working to help everybody strengthen numbers. You know, I look at a lot of the numbers, and there's a lot of stuff out that I was looking at, you know, involved. And I always use Eminem as a square, and as well as you know, the white artists, how they get more play because of the majority of the people out there with the disposable income are white. So if you want to cross into that avenue to get that some of that income, you got to cater to that side where they talk about mainstream. You know, so you know how important is that to you when you put together and plan projects, bro?
I'm trying to stay pro-black, to be honest with you. I know crossover is the easiest thing to go and it's marketable, but yeah, I just try to stay pro-black, honestly.
Yeah, try to remain true, and that's good, you know, and then you definitely are going to get heard and be seen and everything, you know. So you know that's more dedication, where basically what they say selling out, you know, and some people sell out, you know. Virago ain't selling out. She ain't having that. You know, she's remaining true to the culture and to the game, and I respect that, you know. And I think a lot of people has, and I think doors have been opened in that route by groups like the Roots going mainstream. There's a producer I think I dealt with back in the day in Philly too, named James Poisner, you know, and he's also I think he's on not Fallon. Is it Fallon or the other one of the late night talk shows? Just like the Roots is on, you know, they're doing their thing in nighttime TV, and that's good, you know, because traditionally you didn't see that. So now you have these urban sounds and urban bands, you know, being late night show bands, and I think it's great. You know, it's a great move. You know, we need more. So in a perfect scenario for you, Virago, what would you like to see happen in the industry and in the business right now? What would you like to see happen?
Even level playing field.
Yeah.
When I say that, I mean like not just the people that are marketable, but people that are actually putting out good music. Because there are a lot of people that are just forcing because they are marketable. Like, no offense, no disrespect at all, Sweetie. To me, Sweetie is not a rapper. Sweetie is very pretty and she is marketable.
Right.
You know, sexy, I think that there are a lot of underground rappers that I personally know that are way more talented, but do not get the same exposure because of whatever reason.
I agree with you. The same thing. I hear so much music from artists that, you know, independent, that may not have the budget to get their stuff onto the radio, because there are avenues where you can get your stuff onto the radio. College radio was big, you know. We used to push a lot of the college radio with our artists, you know. It's huge. And college campuses, you know. College kids love free stuff. Get out. Every year when college goes in the fall, I'd be on campuses, and one day I'd hit 3 to 4 campuses, you know. Morning, noon, and night, giving out flyers, giving CDs out, giving out everything, you know, and do it and hit major colleges. I'd go from, say, like a Howard to a University of Virginia, to Hampton, to a Virginia Tech, you know, and hit and keep it balanced and keep it out and make sure your product is getting out there, you know, and dabbling in both. And that's the way I think it should be approached, you know, in that marketing range. I mean, I know a lot, you know, and people, you know, don't come to me. I've seen a lot, I should say, and doing a lot in the business with my own artists that I've dealt with and dealing with major labels and working for them and everything. So I understand, and I have plans. I don't talk about them a lot, but I know some of the keys to make stuff pop, you know, for artists, and you know, and with good people, you know, I know how you should use your money. But as an artist too, back in the day, you know, and as you as an artist too, I know when you step forward, you don't expect anybody to do anything for you. It's all your own. They have you control. Once you give up that thing, that's when you talk about giving up your masters. You know, you give it up, and the labels hold, and that's the key. That's your publishing. That's, you know, they're holding the majority of the money while you're still broke. You know, and that's the key. And with being independent, you get that control. You get the control over that, and you got to work hard. It's a hustle. You know, you're the product. You know, you got, you know, the trap is you. You got to make it happen. You know, so. Yeah, you know, so, and I respect that, you know, and I respect independent artists making that route, because there's no limit. The sky's the limit for you, you know, and that's what I'm saying. You don't have a ceiling or label imposing a ceiling on you for you to make it happen. You just make it happen, put good music out, and the people that like you and reach you, they will like and reach you, and you will be able to continue to put that music out. But that's real good. But hey, I want to get to this one. You know, this is iHipHopTV.com, and this is Virago, and I'm the host, and host PSTOCK. We're your hosts here, and we have a international independent artist that I like, and Humble, or Lil Humble. He's out of Cameroon, you know, and he's putting it down. He's putting Cameroon on the map with the rap game. He's stepping it up. So we're going to check out his new video here. And he was the best male rapper in the Escape from Reality tour, the Mad Money Militia tour that we had back in July. So check him out. This is Humble, featuring the Bond, Bad Emotions. Then we're going to check out what's coming up, because there was no Cypher this week, but there's one coming up, and we got advertising following that from Dark Diva, of course. iHipHopTV.
Bad emotions. Yeah. I feel love, I feel hate, yeah. Lyrically I kill myself, but now I'm born again, yeah. Took too many drugs, had to put them in my system. Hold up, you know I'm Christian. So mad, I'm glad, at once. I feel love, I feel hate, yeah. Lyrically I kill myself, but now I'm born again, yeah. Took too many drugs, had to put them in my system. Hold up, you know I'm Christian, eh? So mad, I'm glad, at once. I'm emotionless, ayy. Prove me wrong, I am a threat. Wait, yeah. Let me fade away with stress. Hey, bad emotions, bad emotions. I'm emotionless, ayy. Prove me wrong, I am a threat. Wait, yeah. Let me fade away with stress. hey, bad emotions, bad emotions.
Life is just cool, I'm tired of sitting in class. TikTok, time ticking, it's an hourglass. Big dreams, I'ma get my stacks, spit with facts. Niggas running out of time, so I can't relax. Mama's in the background praying, so I can't lose. Nigga, what you saying? Quit playing around. Everything I understood was the hard way. Everything has a price to pay, probably gonna do it my way. Glass of Hennessy right in front of me. Got the strap, I can't maneuver. I'ma fight it till it's over. You're the reason why I'm sober. I feel love, I'm not a hater. You can prove that you are better. Get the strap, chase the paper.
I feel love, I feel hate, yeah. Lyrically I kill myself, but now I'm born again, yeah. Too many drugs, had to put them in my system. Hold up, you know I'm Christian. So mad, I'm glad at once. I feel love, I feel hate, yeah. Lyrically I kill myself, but now I'm born again, yeah. Too many drugs, had to put them in my system. Hold up, you know I'm Christian, hey. So mad, I'm glad at once. I'm emotionless, hey. Prove me wrong, I am a threat. Wait, yeah. Let me fade away with stress. Hey, bad emotions, bad emotions. I'm emotionless, hey. Prove me wrong, I am a threat. Wait, yeah. Let me fade away with stress. Hey, bad emotions, bad emotions. You ever woke up in your house and you can't breathe? You ever called your doctor man and then he speaks? You ever thought you thought but now you don't feel? You ever made a promise perfect you can't keep? Hatred, pain, love, faith make you choose a way to play. Hatred, pain, love, fate make you choose a way to play. I'm emotionless, hey. Do me wrong, I am a threat. Wait, yeah. Let me fade away with stress. Hey, bad emotions, bad emotions.
Saturday. I'm the host PSTOCK here with host VIRAGO, sitting here letting you down. iHipHop. So we do have the Aladdin 19 Freestyle Fridays coming up. Definitely want to check that out. Get on it. I might even want to bring VIRAGO on and let her just tell y'all some stories with them smooth verses and metaphors. You know, you up for that, VIRAGO? Let them have it. All right. Here we go. That's where we might start. Just let you just have the stage and just run with it, you know, and just get it open, get everybody's juices going. We definitely, VIRAGO, anything going on this week you want to share? Anything happening?
I heard Tory Lanez just got accused, not accused, but convicted for the Meg shooting.
Who did? That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
We do got to keep an eye on that. See if what's going to happen there with him. Definitely tune in, subscribe to the YouTube channel, stay in tune with the events. You can see VIRAGO and me, PSTOCK, and Dr. Richard here on the iHipHopTV talk show. And big shout out to Dr. Richard, iFreedomTV network and everything. Definitely a big shout out to the Hip Hop Nation. Definitely tune in. Big shout out for VIRAGO. Putting up with me. Putting up with me. Putting up with me. But peace and blessings. Everybody have a great week. VIRAGO, let everybody know where to find you, where they can see you. Give them your socials too.
It's Nia Long Stacks with a Z at the end. You can find me on all digital music platforms as you please.
There it is. Again, thanks for watching. We're going to go out on that note. Peace and blessings. Peace.